Yo, what up guys? This is your boy Legendary here, and today people we are going to be doing another how-to video. Today we're going to be doing how to make Zane Truesdale's deck in Duel Links. Basically his Kaiser deck, which is his Cyber Dragons mixed in with his Cyber Darks. So it's going to be a mixed. In the future I will do how to make his a pure Cyber Dragon version and how to make a pure Cyber Dark Dragon version. So yeah. So no worries, we'll get into those in the future, but for now, I'm rocking with the mixed version, the full Kaiser deck. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. So as you guys can see right here, I have two Proto Cyber Dragons. For this, I will allow you to add 3 if you guys want, because I know we don't have the original Cyber Dragon yet in the game. So until we get those, I will allow you to add 3 copies of Proto Cyber Dragon. I only added 2 in here because the deck was already really tight in space, and I didn't really think I needed a 3rd one because Zwei and Dre, or Dry and Zwei, both count as Cyber Dragon on the field or in the grave. So I felt like, alright, I had more than enough Cyber Dragons. I felt like I could rock with that. So I'm only using 2 Proto Cyber Dragons for now. You can use 3 if you want. And then when we get the actual Cyber Dragon in the game as a physical card, you can take, depending on how many copies of it we get, you can take some out. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, 2 Proto Cyber Dragons, 1 Cyber Dragon's Way, 1 Dry or Dre. Then we got the Cyber Darks. We got Cyber Dark Cannon, Cyber Dark Claw, Cyber Dark Horn, Heel, and Edge. The Cyber Dark Cannon is literally just an amazing card in the deck here. Like, if you draw it first turn, it sets everything up. You could search Horn or any of the other Cyber Dark machine ones, and then send it to the grave, search it, summon it, equip it. It gains its attack power. If it gets destroyed while equipped, you get to draw a card, and yeah, and if the monster equipped attacks, you could send a dragon monster, any monster, from your deck to the graveyard. So it sets up your graveyard for other plays. The best card to send to the graveyard would be Exploder Dragon, or Cyber Dark Claw, or Cyber Dragon's Way, because he's treated as Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, which can set up for fusion plays later. So yeah, that's pretty good right there. And yeah, so Exploder Dragon will be the only other monster in the deck. That's 11 monsters. No, that's 10 monsters right there. Then for the spells, we got Evolution Burst. We got Cybernetic Repair Plan to search out your Cyber Dragon stuff. Then we got Future Fusion right here. I had to make some space for it. I don't have Future Fusion yet in the game because I have to level him up to 45 to get it, so I'm not using it currently. And even without Future Fusion, I'm still busting out really crazy plays. So, but yeah, so Future Fusion is there. Really cool card. Definitely pretty important. There's not much pop cards that destroy spell and trap cards in most character decks. So you're most likely gonna get it off pretty soon. So don't worry about the second effect being too late. I mean, there might be situations where it will get popped before you get to send the monsters, but in most situations probably not, because there's not a lot of popping right now in most of the character decks. So yeah. Then we got 1 Polymerization. You can add 2. I believe he also has 2 polymerizations. And then we got Flash Fusion. So instead of running 2 polys, I decided to run 1 Flash Fusion. The reason why is because Flash Fusion is a quick play spell card. So it's basically fusion summon 1 monster using monsters you control as materials, but during the end phase the fusion boss is destroyed. The reason why this is in here, even though it has such a kind of strict requirement being only monsters on the field and it gets destroyed during the end phase, the reason why it's in here is because mainly just because it's a quick play, and it works in combination with Cybernetic Fusion support. Cybernetic Fusion support is a really amazing card in this deck. It's very crucial to summoning your big boss monsters. So it says pay half your life points. This turn, if you would fusion summon fusion monster, a machine fusion monster, you can banish materials from your hand, field, or graveyard in order to summon that monster instead. So Flash Fusion says you can only use monsters on the field, but if you use Cybernetic Fusion support first, you can use monsters from your hand, field, or graveyard instead. So that gives you so much more variety, and you can really go off. And since it's a quick play, you can activate it during the battle phase. So you can, do some shenanigans and attack, 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 then activate instant fusion, cybernetic fusion support, summon Cyber End by banishing your Cyber Dragons from the graveyard, or summon Cyber Darkness Dragon, or Cyber Dark Dragon, or even Chimera Tech Over Dragon. So you can do just so much with Flash Fusion and Cybernetic Fusion support as a combo. But it's not just with those two. Cybernetic Fusion support also works with Polymerization too. So it's just fantastic, honestly, what that can do. So yeah, that's why I added one Flash Fusion. I don't have Flash Fusion yet. I still haven't pulled it, so I need to get one. It's only a rare, so it's not that hard to pull, but I just haven't gotten it yet. But I know it's going to be a really powerful card in this deck for OTKing really hard, which is what Zane does best. Next, we got Cyber Dark Impact. Summon your Cyber Dark Dragon. You summon this quite often, actually. Cyber Dark Claw searches this card out from the deck, so when the equipped monster that's equipped with Claw attacks, you can send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. So send 5-headed dragon straight to the graveyard, so that way you can set up, so that way when Cyber Dark Dragon or Cyber Darkness Dragon comes out on the field, you can equip 5-headed dragon onto Cyber Dark Dragon or Cyber Darkness Dragon to give it 5,000 attack points, which is the strongest card in your extra deck right now. Yeah. So, and then we got different dimension capsule, to help you search out the cards that you need. Simple and straightforward. Obviously, we got Cyber Network Continuous Trap card. I like this card. I've used this card. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It's kind of like it takes a while to set up, because I think you gain a counter. Once per turn, if a Cyber Dragon is on the field, you can banish a light. So yeah, you basically banish your Cyber Dragons, and I think during the third standby phase, it destroys itself, and then you can special summon the monsters you banish. So it allows you to swarm, but it takes a while to build up. So I'll let you guys decide if you want to keep that in the deck or not. Just test it out a bit. Like, I'm kind of debating taking it out only because it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. And for the last card here, I decided to run Dust Tornado, just so you can have a back row destruction card, just in case. But yeah, well, we're going to hop into the side deck, and you'll see some other cards that I have in there. And then the Fusion extra deck is very simple. We got Cyber Dragon, Cyber End Dragon, Cyber Dark Dragon, Cyber Darkness Dragon, Chimera Check Over Dragon, and 5-headed Dragon. Very simple, straightforward. The whole point is just to send 5-headed Dragon to the graveyard, so you can equip it to Cyber Dark. You can also send Cyber End Dragon, but in order to equip that, you would have to summon Cyber Darkness, because he can equip any dragon or machine type monster in the graveyard to him. So he's a little more versatile, but he's a little harder to summon. But with Flash Fusion and Cybernetic Fusion support, it is more possible, but it does take a little more time. Anyway, hopping right into the side deck, we have one copy of Perfect Machine King. He does have this card in his deck. He's never used it, but it was shown in his deck in one of the duels that he did when he was in the underground duel. It was shown in there. So this is kind of like a main deck boss monster in case if you don't want to rely on fusion summoning and stuff. If you want to add that, go right ahead. Then we also have Kaiser Glider, which is another dragon that he has in the deck. I didn't add it in there because there wasn't really much space. It's already really tight as it is. And yes, it is a dragon. It can equip to Cyber Dark and Cyber Darkness Dragon, but it doesn't work with the main 3 Cyber Darks because they're only level 3 or lower. So I just didn't think it was that necessary, and honestly, you don't really need it in the deck because, like I said, Cyber Dark Claw will send your 5-headed dragon to the graveyard, and that'll be your 5,000 dragon. So you don't need it for power because you already have a way to send your extra deck 5-headed dragon to the graveyard, so you don't need it. The same goes for Infernal Dragon, same reason. It's a good 2,000 beater, but it has a negative side effect, and it doesn't work with the main Cyber Darks because they're level 3 or lower and he's level 4. So that's the one thing. In the anime, their anime effects was level 4 lower, but they changed it. I don't know why. I guess they thought it would be too busted. I don't think it would have been too busted at all. It just would have made them more playable. But it is what it is. They did what they did. So we got Cyber Laser Dragon and Cyber Barrier Dragon. Originally, it had Cyber Barrier Dragon in the main deck, which was good. It actually came in handy a bunch of times. It has a nice 2800 defense, so when I really needed it, just tribute a Cyber Dragon, summon it. So it's not a bad card. I took it out because I needed to make room for future fusion. So that's the only real reason why I took it out of the deck, because I wanted to make room for it. But if you want to add that in there, find room for it and you can add that. The same goes for Cyber Laser Dragon, but he's a little bit more difficult because you actually have to summon summon it with the quick play spell card, and you have to have 2 Cyber Dragons on the field. So it's a little bit more harder to do, to set up. But yeah. Then we got 1 heavy mech support platform. He does have 2 in the anime, so you can add 2 if you want. He has 1 metallizing parasite Luna Light. He has 2 of these also. I added that in the extra deck because it's a pretty interesting card. If you're able to somehow get it on the field, you can equip it to one of your monsters, and then that monster, I think, is unaffected by spell cards while it's equipped. So it's a pretty interesting card. It's not that bad. Then we got Cyber Phoenix. I could have added it in the main deck, but like I said, it's already so tight. So, but this is a good card. Obviously, prevents your machine monsters from being targeted, I believe. Cyber Kirin. I didn't add that because it's not that good of a card. It's only good for burn, and it has to be on the field to tribute it, to negate the burn. So it's not the greatest. And we got 1 Cyber Soldier of Darkworld. He does have this. It was shown in his deck in Season 2 in the Underworld Duel, so he does have that. So that's just an extra machine if you want to add that, but I just put that there in case if you guys wanted to just add that for the heck of it. Then we got the Fusion. We got Shard of Greed. We got Monster Reborn. We got Dimension Explosion. We got Double Summon. In the anime, he has a quick play spell card known as Quick Summon. Jaden also has this card, and it's basically pretty much like the same effect as Double Summon. It gives you an extra normal summon, so that's why I added Double Summon. It's not a quick play, but it's literally just double. It's the same thing as Quick Summon. It's Double Summon, but yeah. So that's why I added Double Summon in there, because he has a card in the anime that actually has that same effect. And then Ruthless Denial is in there for some tricky stuff. Then we got Attack Reflector Unit, Return Soul, Rare Metamorph. I might replace that for Dust Tornado. I'm not sure. I might even take out Cyber Network for this card, or Trap Jammer or something. They just mess around with those last 2 traps, or whatever, however you want to build it, honestly. But either of these cards are good. Rare Metamorph, Trap Jammer, and Fusion Guard could be good. Obviously, you just side deck this against someone who burns, and then just send one of your extra decks to the extra deck monsters to the graveyard, your fusions, and that's it. But very simple, very straightforward. And also Photon Generator Unit, to summon your Cyber Laser Dragon. That's common sense there. But yeah, so that's the side deck right there for you guys. Very simple, very straightforward. Just mess around with whatever you feel like adding. It's up to you. But this is the build that I felt was the strongest, and I've already tested it, and it's very powerful, and that's without Future Fusion. So yeah. Then we got the skills. So for the skills, we have Cyber Style. Can be used if your life points are 3,000 or below. Play 1 Proto Cyber Dragon in attack position from outside of your deck for every 1,000 life points below 4,000. The Proto Cyber Dragons can only be used as fusion material. They can't be tributed and whatnot. This skill can only be used once per duel. So yeah, I haven't used this ability yet. I know it's really good. I know it was used for competitive play. Obviously that was before it got nerfed, and it can only be used for fusion, but it's still a good ability. I have not yet used it. I don't know how it works exactly, because I have 2 Proto Cyber Dragons in the main deck already, so I'm not really sure how that works in conjunction with that. So, because it gives you a Proto Cyber Dragon from outside of your deck, so I'm not sure if that conflicts with having Proto Cyber Dragon in your deck. I don't know if you activate this skill, you can't have Proto Cyber Dragon in your main deck because you get it from outside of you. So I don't know how it works. Because I know you can only have 3 copies of each card, but I don't know if the skill breaks that rule because it gives you extra copies. So I don't know how it works. So in the comment section below, please let me know, how does that work, the ability, if you have Proto Cyber Dragon already in your main deck, or do I have to take it out and replace it with something else to activate this ability? Let me know how that works, because I need to know how that works before I can know for sure if it's a ability that's worth running in the deck, because I'm not really, like I said, sure how it's supposed to work. But anyway, moving forward, we got Cyber Dark Style, which is the ability that I use, that I love using the most, because it allows me to get my Cyber Darks to my hand a little bit faster, and hopefully I can get Cyber Dark Cannon to my hand. But anyway, if your life points are decreased by 1,800, increase your in the draw phase. Instead of conducting a normal draw, add a random Cyber Dark monster. So you're really hoping that you draw Cyber Dark Cannon or Claw, so you could set those to the graveyard to add one of the other Cyber Darks to the grave, summon it, and then equip it, and then you have a 24 beater right off the bat. So I prefer Cyber Dark style over Cyber style because I feel like you can set up a little bit faster. Cyber style, you need to take a lot more damage in order to swarm the field with Proto Cyber Dragons, and then you confuse. But I like Cyber Dark style just a bit more for this character deck, just because I could get a better board set up, in my opinion, and start setting up the graveyard a lot faster for the big combo plays. But yeah, either way, Cyber Dark style is the way to go for me. But yeah, just explain to me Cyber style so I can know, because I might use that in future videos, especially for the full Cyber Dragon deck profile, whenever I make that. Next, we got Master of Fusion. If your life points are decreased by 1,000, instead of conducting normal draw polymerization from outside of your deck. So that's pretty cool. Then we got No Excuses. I did not know he had this ability, but I read this and can be used if your life points drop below 1,000. Instead of conducting a normal draw Power Bond. Power Bond is added from your hand from outside of your deck. The skill can only be used once per duel. So I'm definitely going to try to unlock this ability. I don't have it yet, and I want to test that out because being able to use Power Bond could be crazy. I know I got to have 1,000 or less, but I just have to kind of work my way around that. The problem with Zane's deck is he doesn't have a lot of defensive spells or trap cards. So, like, I'm not sure. Like, I have to be careful how I do it. And we still don't have Power Wall, so you know, if I take a bunch of damage and then I get attacked one more time, Power Wall will protect me, but I don't have Power Wall, and that's like his only really good defensive trap currently. So, and we don't have it yet, so it is what it is. We gotta wait for that, but I will use this in the future once he gets Power Wall, probably. But I'll try this out because I definitely want to use Power Bond, double the attack of Cyber End Dragon, and just like freaking go off. But yeah, that's going to be fun. So yeah, then we got Balance, and that's generic ability. Then we got Draw Sense Dark. This is to draw out your Cyber Darks because they're all darks. Then we got Draw Sense Light, which is to draw out your Cyber Dragons, which they're all light. So it's very simple, very straightforward. Like I said, my favorite ability right now is Cyber Dark style because I feel like it helps me set up the board a lot faster and set up the grave a lot faster. So that's what I prefer currently right now. But yeah, that's the deck for you guys right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this deck. Definitely try this deck out. It's literally one of the most powerful character decks in Duel Links currently right now. I've tested it out and I think I only lost once, and that's only because I drew a really terrible hand. No, I didn't draw a terrible hand. I drew a good hand, but my opponent drew an even better hand, and I couldn't get over that hand soon enough. But the win streak on this deck is ridiculous. It's very powerful, and if you practice with it a lot and know how to use it, it's just broken. So Zane's deck is one of the most powerful decks right now in Duel Links, character deck wise. But yeah, have fun with it, test it out. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys. Thank you guys for everything. You're going to be getting another one of these videos soon, but for Chas Princeton, so look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Gotcha.